go. All right. Episode 1, Wine About It. I'm Brian. This is Gino. We're here, two best friends who like to drink wine and talk about sports and wine about it. So that's what we're going to do.
So we're
Kick it
gonna
off.
do.
Wine of the week.
Yep, wine of the
What
week.
we got?
So today is Masi Campofirian. This is a wine from the Veneto region. This family,
Where
is,
is that?
the Veneto region. So that's like northeast Italy.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
So I've been to Trieste. Like,
Okay, yeah.
we're closer?
No, it's near that. Yep,
Oh, okay.
yep.
Cool.
So this family though is really well known for their Amarone. So Amarone is like this legendary Italian red that they make a super specific way where they dry the grapes and repass the juice over them. It gives it like this really unique flavor profile that you can't like literally there's no other wine in the world tastes like it.
Oh, wow.
This is actually called this is a red blend, so that those wines are red blends as well. This has a lot of the same grapes as that combination. So it's Corvina, Rondinella, and Molinara. That's the combo. This is the 2020 vintage. Yeah, like I said, this family's been doing this for I don't even know how long. Probably 50 plus years or something like that. Anyway,
I got a question for you.
yeah.
So when you say blend, does that mean different grapes?
Oh yeah.
Like
yeah. So blend is so yeah. What they do is they grow different grapes, different grapes in the vineyards, and a lot of these type of blends. Cheers. um,
Football season. We're here.
This is why I picked this because I was like, okay, dude, it's gonna be fall.
Yeah.
It's gonna be crisp outside. I love watching football on the back patio. Need a red to go with anything grilled on the grill. So this is it right here. It's medium bodied. I mean, it's not super full body. And so going back to the blend,
yeah,
what the winemakers do and they learn over the years like what grapes pair blend well with others. So like some lighter grapes they blend with grapes that are more fuller bodied or have stronger color, blah blah blah. And then that's just how they come up with the blend. And it's also too they'll blend, then they'll put it in the barrels and once it's aging and everything. And so then there's a bunch of different ways that they can kind of get different flavors out and then blend it all together at the end. So the percentages are always different. Like I didn't get the percentages on this one, but that's where they do blending trials in the winery. They'll be like, okay, this year's vintage of the Molinara tastes like this, and they keep notes. And then they'll be like, okay, so we're only going to blend like 18% of it this year into that combination. So, but really, what I love about red blends, not just Italian red blends, but just red blends in general, or just blends of any sort of wine, is that usually like it's about balance, right? Because that's why they're blending it, because it's so usually those wines have a really good just balance about them. Like there's the up front, the middle, the back, and when I say that's kind of how it goes on your palate. Like you get that first flavor, then it hits you in the middle, and then the back is usually that kind of like grippy tannin sort of structure, and that's where like the food comes in. You want the food like off the grill to tame that down and kind of smooth it all out. So yeah, this one just gets me fired up for fall, dude.
That's awesome. I never know that.
Yeah.
So with blends in general, is there any like how is that viewed with people who are wine people or like people who are kind of like, let's say, snobby? Like, I love wine, I just like drinking it and I like all kinds.
Yeah.
But is blend kind of like, do they look down on it, or is it like cool because it's stronger? Or like,
no, they definitely don't look down upon it. I mean, some of the best wines in the world are blends.
Okay.
Just a lot of people don't know that, and so or a lot of just introductory type wine drinkers, they think like, especially which is funny because like there's certain regulations. It depends on where the wine is grown or whatever. But like if it says Cabernet Sauvignon on the label, it has to only be 85% Cabernet Sauvignon for you to call it that, and the rest is blended grapes or whatever. So a lot of wines are just naturally blends actually, but a lot of them will promote that it is a blend because it gives it some sort of more commercial appeal or like this, it's just a historic blend that these guys have done forever. They call it a super Venetian, which is just like a term this family made up, I'm pretty sure. But like, anyway, but yeah, so like, red blends in particular are not frowned upon at all. Like they're really like I was saying, like I think if I was going to someone's house and I knew that there's like wine drinkers of all different levels,
Yeah.
like, so there's like going to be experience, there's going to be some people who don't care. I usually lean on blends to go, and I'll bring that with me because it's like I know it's going to be pretty in the middle. It's
Got
not
it.
like going to be super full bodied, or like a super light French Pinot Noir or something like
Yeah.
that. So I try to stay in the middle always with like any sort of public thing I'm doing. Yeah.
Nice. I love it. And this is one more time. It's was
So
it
Mossy's
Mossy?
the family or
Yep.
the name of the winery. Campo Fiorina is like their name for the blend, this particular
Got it.
blend that they do. And then Venemia here, that just means vintage. So this is the 2020 vintage, and yeah, I don't know if it tells us on the back. I think it does give you. Uh, let's see here. Okay, so this blend started in 1964, and they only use the Veronese grapes, so from Verona area.
Oh, okay.
And then it's that appassimento style, which we don't have to get too crazy into that. But that's like the style. You kind of taste it a little bit. That
Yeah.
it gives it almost like a raisin type flavor, like fig and dried raisin. Yeah,
Yeah.
you can kind of get that. Yeah.
I do. That's good. No, I like this one. This is really good. Like I've kind of
And then picture like a burger or a steak
yeah.
or grilled vegetables or whatever
Yeah.
popping off the grill, and then it really just like it will tame that down, and it's also like widely found. I wanted to pick a wine too that like, because I've done some of these before, and I'm like, I say a wine, and people are like, "Where the hell's that
Yeah.
wine?"
Where you can
Like, I
find
can't
it.
find
Yeah.
it,
Yeah.
And so I try to pick now like wines that are still unique enough, but like have commercial appeal where they're going to be in like Albertsons and some of these stores.
Yeah.
But they're still, like this one, they're still family owned, and they're super cool. Great company, I think.
Dude, I love it.
Good
It's a
for
good one to
sports.
start with.
Yeah,
Yeah, it's a good
yeah,
one to
good for
start with.
football.
Yeah.
I mean,
Yeah.
when I was like, we were talking about this, I was like, okay, football, fall, like, okay. I just
Yeah.
my mind immediately went to this wine, and I mean, yeah, I have opportunity to get wines from wherever,
Yeah.
but it's funny sometimes. Like, I'll just like, and like, again, like going to a party or going or like tailgating or something like that.
Yep.
There'll just be a time, and it'll just hit me, and I'll be like, oh yeah, I'm taking over
Getting
that
one.
rosé or
Yeah.
whatever it is, and like, so I don't really take a lot of time thinking about wine sometimes because it's like, and it's like kind of like that gut thing. I'm
Yeah.
like, usually if I like think about it too much, then I'm like
You're like
playing mind games,
overthinking.
and then I'm
Yeah.
like sitting there watching the person, like, oh, I don't know if they
Yeah.
like it or not. Like,
Good.
this
No.
one I'm like, dude, this will be
Yeah.
good, I think. So
No, that's so good. And like I said, it's perfect for like football.
yeah,
And it also like I don't know, it just something about like I can feel the weather changing right now. Like
I
we're
know, dude.
already like
I know.
it's a little crisper in the
Yeah,
morning. Like we're
yeah.
getting into football season, and so favorite part. So like yeah, this is awesome. Like I love having this, and then yeah, talking about sports,
Oh,
football
I
coming
know,
up, yeah,
I know.
and
Yeah,
stuff. And so I know me and you when we started this, we'd talked about like all right, what are the ideas that we want to talk about, and like what can we whine about,
right.
and you had asked about um, like my choice in conference. And
Yeah,
stuff. You
no,
want to
yeah.
kind of kick that off a bit?
You were
Yeah.
talking about this, and I was like, okay, and I was been waiting, like, all right, like, have you picked your conference yet? And I mean, like, lay it out too, because
Yeah.
I don't remember fully all the details that you were
Yep.
gonna do to follow this. So like,
Yeah.
A, the conference, and then B, like, give me some of the details
Yeah.
that I need to know about.
So I think the big thing is Amanda, my wife.
Yeah. Yeah.
Obviously,
Yeah.
likes to talk shit to me. so she always
It's a
says,
good wife. Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. So she's always like, "Hey, since you know about football, like having played, having coached, she's like, why don't you use that to like make us money?" She's like, "Why don't you bet on it?"
Yeah.
You know? And I've always said, I'm like,
Put your money where your mouth is.
exactly,
Yeah.
100%. But I've always gave like, I guess it's kind of an excuse, but my reasoning was like, it was easy to like understand like football when I was coaching because I'm watching film, breaking it down.
Oh, right.
But like, I can kind of think I know a team, but like
Yeah.
I don't really know them. I watch them maybe like 2 times a year.
Yeah.
And so like I saw them
Well, especially college too,
Yeah,
where
exactly.
like
Yeah.
you don't see them as much.
100%. So yeah, so I'm like,
Yeah.
all right, we'll be, I watch them in week 2 and then see them in week 10, and I'm like,
Yeah.
oh, I think they're good. Like I saw them then,
Yeah.
So I've always said like, all right, if I'm going to do it, I'm going to watch fully. But I was never a big better. Well, then, as you know, I lived in Pittsburgh for a little bit last year.
Oh yeah.
Betting was legal sports.
Oh
and so
yeah.
I was like, why not? Like, I'll let me watch it.
Let's go.
See you go. So
Yeah.
I'm interested. So I said this year that I'm going to finally do it. I'm going to pick a conference
Okay.
and watch every team.
That's right. That's right. Okay,
Every
I
game,
remember now.
I'm
Yeah.
gonna watch them.
Yeah.
Really understand who I think are the best teams.
Yeah.
And then after a month, and then I'm gonna start betting on it.
Yep. Okay.
The other thing is that I had two things that I really needed to. First is, as you know, we're diehard Boise fans.
Yeah.
So I cannot have anything related to Boise because I
Yeah.
won't be rational.
It's too emotional.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah,
like yeah,
yeah.
like I'm always gonna root
Yeah,
for
no,
whatever's best
yeah,
for Boise.
yeah.
So it can't be anything with Boise.
Yeah.
The other thing is that I remember watching when I was betting in Pittsburgh.
Mhm.
I don't think Vegas watches the smaller conference as close as the big ones.
Yeah. A
Like,
little bit of a leg up in that way.
Yes, yeah. Like I used to see some of the games. I'm like, I think this team's better. Like
Yeah.
South Alabama was really good last year.
Okay. Yeah.
And like they weren't picked to win every game. Like they were usually underdogs for
Yeah.
first because they like
Well, they don't know.
who
Yeah.
knows?
Yeah.
You know. So I was like, all right, so I better pick a smaller conference
Okay.
that people like I think Vegas won't watch, really know these teams.
Yeah.
And these teams are getting rated every year
Yeah.
for their best players. So
Yeah.
like
Yeah.
it's truly like a gamble. You have no idea who's there.
Yeah.
So I've locked in on the Sun Belt.
Okay.
So yeah, so
Sun Belt.
Fun Belt, baby.
Right, the Fun Belt. I love
So-
that, dude.
So yeah, so
No,
I've
those
been,
conferences are awesome, dude. Yeah, yeah. So the Sun Belt. Yeah. Okay. Got it.
Yeah.
Sun Belt.
and so I've been like reading up on the like, Sun Belt, like who are
Like
the
the
best
blog of
teams.
the Sun Belt
Yes.
somehow, or like
Yeah,
yeah.
the-
There's always information out there though,
Yeah.
dude. That's what's crazy. It's like
So-
no matter what,
Oh,
you'll
man.
find
so,
it.
so like you'll love it. So I go on a walk every morning. Like,
Okay.
I just get up. Like this is what I like to do.
Uh-huh.
I have the Meta glasses.
Oh, that's right. Yeah,
the
yeah,
Meta
yeah,
glasses.
yeah.
So I was walking, started about a week ago, and I was just like, hey Meta, like let's have a conversation.
Yeah.
It was like, can you talk to me about the Sun Belt football?
Yeah.
And just as
Oh,
I'm
no
walking,
way.
just run. I swear to God. Yeah.
Just giving you the preview by team preview.
100%. So yeah, so it'll be interesting, man. I don't
Okay. Sun Belt.
I'm gonna be watching
Sun
like
Belt.
Louisiana Monroe.
Yeah.
Like I'm watching some random teams. I'm gonna be on the Ocho for sure.
That'll be the toughest part. But you'll, like I said, I mean, that's the great thing about like just like that kind of thing now with
Yeah.
sports. Like even those smaller schools are out there. Like there's plenty of stuff out there. People follow it. The fans are
Yeah.
you know, super into it.
Dude,
That's gonna be fun.
I love it. Yeah.
Like, but also the betting part.
That's the same. It's like
Amanda
this-
may have some added fuel for you. I
Oh,
don't know
dude,
if you
that's-
start to slip a little bit.
this is that's gonna be the hard part. Is that,
Pressure's
like,
on, dude.
Oh yeah, if I don't produce, like
Yeah.
I will never hear the end of it. She's actually
You'll
you know
hate
what,
the Sun
it's
Belt
probably
forever.
both. Like if I do produce, she's gonna be like, I told you to do it
Yeah,
for years.
yeah, that's true. Yeah, it's a
So-
lose-lose. Yeah.
So yeah, so then I'm
Why
gonna
have you been doing this? Come
Oh, yeah.
on. Yeah.
and
That's awesome.
but then it'll go good because honestly, you know what else is funny is not only do we do that like 2 years ago with Paige and Ian, our friends.
Yeah.
We went and watched Boise play UW. Obviously, not a very good game for us.
Yeah.
But while we were in the hotel with them, we were watching College Game Day.
Okay.
And
Yeah.
so we decided to make a bet. We pick
Oh, I remember this.
every week-
Yeah, every week. Yeah.
every week the College Game Day score.
Yeah.
Are the same teams that they pick.
Yep.
And for every one you get wrong, you have to put $1 in.
Yeah.
And at the end of the year, the winner with the best record gets the
Oh,
pot. And
dude.
so I
That's
did win
awesome.
that. And,
Yeah.
and your title is you get to say I know ball for a year. So
I know ball.
so, so
I like it.
I got a couple more weeks of saying
I
I
know ball. Yeah.
So-
Yeah.
and
Then
I-
it starts fresh all
and then I
over
gotta prove
again.
it again.
Yeah.
Yeah, and stuff. So
No, that stuff's awesome. Yeah. That's what makes sports fun. I mean, like I realized I was like thinking about it the other day. Is like I not necessarily a gamble a bunch, but I definitely play like tons of fantasy sports.
yeah.
And like so that's like how I get like if I'm walking by and I see a game on, I'm like, oh yeah, dude, I have
Yeah.
T Higgins or something like that.
Yeah.
And I like start watching, and I'm like, and especially football, I'm in this league that is like, I think we calculate it's like year 18 or 19, something like that, and it's like all high school buddies, and we just like there's like a text thread, there's like all these like
Mhm.
things, it's like so much shit talking, and like
Oh, yeah.
it's like there's money involved. We have a huge buy-in, but like it's not even about that. Like, dude, it's like if you win that league, like you're
Yeah.
bragging rights for
Oh,
a
dude,
year.
100%.
Say like I know ball. It would be like
Yeah.
the same thing.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, I've never won that league, and
Yeah.
I kind of suck at
Yeah.
it. But
This is
you
the
know,
year, dude.
it's
You
still
got
it
it.
still drags me back
You
every
got
single.
the-
Yeah, this is the year.
You
This is
got
the year.
You got the year, dude.
Yeah.
I will tell you this. We're talking about we had our wine of the week, and this
Oh,
might
yeah.
be my wine of the week.
Yeah.
I'm not a huge fantasy like player.
Mm.
Not that I don't mind it. I love the idea of like, as you know, like
Yeah.
we're the same here. I just like passion. So if you're
Yeah.
passionate about something, I went into.
Yeah.
So I like that aspect. What I don't like is, oh man, this is gonna sound like an asshole, but people I'm in the league
Yeah.
that I know don't know sports,
Oh
but
yeah.
think they're like a GM.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah. No, that happens
you
a
have no
lot.
effect on this game.
Yeah.
Like,
Oh
so
yeah.
quit. So
Yeah.
that's my wine of the week, I would say.
No,
Like,
that's a good one, dude. Yeah, because it's hard and like when that's happening and you know that it's happening, but they're beating you or like
yes, yeah,
because there's so much of luck involved, and it's like
100%. Oh, like, oh,
you just have to sit there and take it too. You're
yeah,
like, oh god,
oh
like
yeah,
dude, I can't believe I'm losing to this guy.
you're
Like
a
what?
great GM because you had the first pick and you got Lamar Jackson. Awesome.
Yeah,
Yeah, like,
yeah. So I get it, dude. Yeah, that's a good wine of the week for
that,
sure.
oh
Yeah,
yeah,
yeah, yeah,
but like I said, it is fun. And then going
yeah,
back, we're talking about like on the sports. I love all sports. I'm always passionate about college football. I think there's something about like most people have a tie to their teams. They either grew up in that area
yeah,
or they went to that school.
yeah,
And so I love that passion. So we're pro sports. I'm a Dolphin fan. I grew up in Fresno.
yeah.
I chose the Dolphins because I like the animal and like
Yeah,
and my
why
like
not?
I got a pack of cards
Yeah.
and I like Dan Marino. My sister says it was because she was a Bears fan and the Dolphins beat the Bears.
Oh, like
The only loss they had that year
oh
in the
no way.
84, 85
Oh
year.
damn,
Yeah,
I
and
didn't know
so
that. Yeah,
could be true, could be
yeah,
not. I mean, I probably was a little asshole, but either way, I
yeah,
don't really have a tie to the Dolphins. I just
yeah,
like them.
yeah, yeah.
But college sports, you have a
That's a
tie,
different story. Yeah,
and so I love that passion. I love going to games,
yeah,
like
yeah.
different places, like seeing that. So yeah, so who knows, man? Maybe you me might go into
Well,
the Sun Belt
I
this
was just
year.
gonna say, I was hoping it was going that direction. I'm like, well, maybe
Dude, actually,
Sun Belt Championship game. I don't know.
I think we should. That would be awesome. So in 2 years, I think we
Yeah,
should do this.
yeah.
Boise plays at Marshall, which I think would be cool to go
Okay,
see that.
that's
And
in. Okay, let me think about that. Where Marshall,
Huntington, West Virginia.
Huntington, West Virginia.
Yeah,
Okay, the
yeah.
Thundering Herd. I know
There we
that.
go.
Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
and then they also play that same year. They play at App State, and that stadium
Oh,
looks
oh,
amazing.
I've seen pictures
Yeah.
of that. Yeah,
So there
that
we go,
does look
dude. We'll have
badass.
to
Yeah,
go.
yeah, yeah.
Yeah, dude. Like, I mean, we're Boise at heart, but we'll have fun
Oh
hats
yeah,
or something.
that would
Dude.
be so fun. That'd be so
So,
fun. We should definitely do that. Yeah, yeah.
so as you know, I go to at least one. Me and Amanda go to at least one Boise
Yep.
away game every year.
Yeah.
And stuff. So like, obviously we're going to Notre Dame this year.
Yeah, that's gonna be
we're gonna
sweet.
go to South Florida too. But like, yeah. So that in 2 years, I think that would be.
That's what's cool about
amazing.
Boise State now. Like the brand is so big, and I like that they do that in the beginning of the season. Like they're going to do these games. I mean, I know they're not always going to be playing Notre Dame or whatever, but like, but they're far. Like it's
Yeah.
like South Florida or wherever, and it's like it's an opportunity for fans to like go check it out. Like we're saying, like
100%.
and that's what's cool about like I think we've talked about too. Like when you're the visiting college team, and like there's some schools that are like, okay, get the hell out of here, or like
Yes.
others were like, dude, this is amazing. Like we want to show you everything. Like
100%.
we want to host you almost, and
Yeah.
it's like that's where I think like college football, NFL too is like college is better than that regard because
Yeah.
it's like we're saying, it's like it's more than them showing you their city. It's like it's so much more
It's a
deep
culture.
than that.
It's-
Yeah,
yeah,
it's like this is where
like,
I
you grew up
lived,
here,
and
this is where, yeah.
like I went to this school. Like this is,
Mhm.
and I met all my friends, and blah blah blah.
Yeah.
So
Dude,
it's
I
cool.
100%
Badass.
agree, and I'm like, so I'm really big on like when opposing fans come to Boise,
Uh-huh.
I want to show them a good time. I bring them, I ask them in the tailgate.
I do
want
too,
to see
dude.
them,
Yeah, I do too.
because for the most part, like, I mean,
You need a little more
Yeah, I do.
fear in
I'll
your
say-
life.
so Boise is pretty much the red wine of like the Mountain West and the
I
WAC.
know. Yeah,
We were the high class.
it is.
Everybody
I
hated
know.
us.
Yeah,
Like we were snobby.
yeah,
Kind of get it. We just
yeah.
we
I
rolled
get it
through 'em.
too.
But
Yep.
all their every like location went to their fans were total a-holes. Like,
Yeah,
like go to Fresno, like they
Yeah.
be like, trying to fight you, or Nevada.
Yeah.
this here.
I remember
So-
Nevada. Yeah,
So like I never really
Wyoming.
thought about the fan experience until me and Amanda went to see Boise play Oklahoma State,
yeah.
and their fans
Oh
were
yeah.
unbelievable, dude.
What's the name of that stadium?
Boone Pickens Stadium?
Boone. Yeah, yeah. Oh,
Yeah.
after. Yeah, exactly. The booster. Yeah.
They were unbelievable.
Yeah.
And so I was like, dude, this is how it should be. You
Yeah.
should like want to be nice and like bring people in.
Yeah.
And so every time now people come in, like, so it makes me happy when I hear that. Not only that I do that, but other Boise fans.
Yeah.
Like you hear people say like, dude, that was the best experience. I remember reading
Yeah.
about Oklahoma State when they came here. They said they had
Yeah.
a good experience.
Yeah.
UCF, like their fans.
Oh yeah, I
came and
remember
said
that.
they
That
had
was a
good
good. That was a
experience
fun game. Yeah.
and stuff. So I do love that going to. So now when I go to their stadiums, I like want to be like in it and stuff.
Yeah.
Like go see what it's like
Yeah.
in that culture.
Go like to the pregame bars and like,
Yes. Oh yeah.
yeah, do it
And
all.
so
Yeah.
100% and stuff. So yeah, I think that's fun.
Nice. Yeah.
Awesome, dude. So yeah. So anyways, they're going back to it. Yes, picking the Sun Belt. So we'll
Okay.
see if I know
Sunbelt
golf.
it is.
Go through.
I will make that note. I'm excited to follow some of those
Yeah,
scores.
there we go. I'll
Yeah.
keep you tuned in when
Please do.
Louisiana Monroe and
Yeah.
Louisiana the freaking
A battle right
yeah,
there.
was it the Raging Cajuns?
Yeah,
The
yeah,
Raging
yeah.
Cajuns versus the Warhawks.
Yeah.
Yeah,
There you go.
I'll
Yeah.
keep those tied in, dude.
Oh,
But
that's
nice.
awesome.
Well, I know one of the things our idea with this is not only to drink wine, which is what we love to do, but also we want to just whine about sports.
Yeah.
And we're in the middle of actually not in the middle, we're at the beginning of NFL preseason.
Preseason, yeah.
And preseason to me is always one of those things that I love and hate because it's always I'll go back to a little story of my history is and I don't even know if I've ever told you this, but like you'll love it. Is so when we were on staff, when I was on staff at Boise State, it was a unique time because our team, if you remember then, we had a really good team. We had a lot of seniors, but the seniors came in when we were in the WAC. Like they were like like tough dudes. Yeah, but like none of them had NFL bodies. They didn't look like they just didn't look the part. They didn't have skills, but they were super smart, super football players. Yeah. But like we weren't winning any games stepping off the bus. Yeah. Then we had all these freshmen that were there that were like 15 of them went to the NFL. Oh wow. We could see that like these were going to be dudes: Shea McCollum, Doug Martin. Oh right, right. All freshmen, right? Yeah. So what a class, dude. Yeah. Tidy Young, awesome guys. Oh my god. So I remember being in the like meeting rooms with the coaches, and there was always these talks like, well, what do we do? Like these young kids are going to be good. Yeah. Like look at them, like they're going to be good. Yeah. We have these seniors that are producing, and I remember Coach Pete telling them, said, potential gets you fired. Like
I could see Coach Pete saying something like that. Yeah, yeah.
Like if you
it gets you fired as the coach. Yeah, I see. As a coach. Yeah.
So if you promote people, that are only based on potential and not production, that's going to get you fired. Wow. Because you're always thinking like, oh man, they could be this. Yeah. They could be that. Well, until they are that. Yeah. Like, so to me, the NFL preseason absolutely does that. Everybody's like, oh, dude, like, this guy threw 3 picks in a practice. Yeah, I know. Like, who cares? Oh, or like, oh, this preseason game, this guy scored 2 touchdowns in the fourth quarter. Oh, it's like, dude, like none of those guys are going to be on the roster. I know, but you got your dudes who know ball. Oh yeah, out there. So,
I've fallen. Yeah.
What's your thought on the preseason?
Oh, dude, it's a huge whine of mine, and I fall so victim to it too because I get like the Jets are my NFL team, and it's like. Just it was so funny. I was texting a friend the other day, like when Fields I see like he's carted off. I'm like, oh shit, like you gotta be kidding me. He's like the first practice or whatever. And then but it was like classic New York media, dude. They just blew it out of the water. And then like the next day, dude, he's out there just like doing warm ups. I'm like, okay, like see, this is why you can't get super wrapped up in it because it's like but it's the main story and they all know it and they can like whatever they do is so like just so under the microscope, everything. But as a fan, you're like you eat it up too because you're like been waiting forever for football to start again. Yeah, you're all excited, but then you're like, oh yeah, like if Genty if he breaks off a run, dude, the internet's gonna break, dude. Like your Boise State fans will just go nuts. Like so, first preseason game takes one to the house, like that'd be crazy. Yeah.
Dude, so you got me there. I'm sitting here whining about it.
Yeah.
But at the same time, I showed Amanda a clip of Genty and practice,
like catching a ball. Oh, look at dude. Yeah.
I was like, look at this. And she was like, yeah. So and I was like,
yeah.
You don't understand.
Yeah.
Like,
I know.
So I get that, but like I mean, and I can't say that I don't fall victim. I've definitely had times where I'm like, oh, dude, I heard this receiver's killing in camp.
Yeah.
And like he does get into preseason, and then he's like barely like the 6th receiver. So you're like, dude, why am I falling for this?
I know. Year? You do, yeah. Well, it's such a huge like. I mean, that's where like I think when Hard Knocks was beginning, like I started watching that show, and like some of those things like where they kind of peel back the layer, and like more because on the coaching side, but like as a fan, I'm like, oh, and then but you could kind of see you're like, okay, yeah, they're he's playing against their 2nd and 3rd string. Like this is not. There's a huge difference between a starter in the NFL versus like someone back on the roster. Like it's not even close, dude. Yeah. And it's like so you can't. It's hard to compare, but but
Honestly,
it is a hard. Yeah, I gripe about it too because it's like, yeah, especially in the quarterback position, like
oh yeah.
you're seeing these guys and like maybe they do tear it up and you're like your expectations are
Yes,
so high, but then you're like, no, dude, like I gotta just he's not even
he's
going
not. He's
against
yeah.
like
He's
they're
a
not
practice squad.
yeah,
Yeah,
exactly,
yeah.
yeah.
Honestly, I was talking about like the only person that I can ever think, and I'm sure there's other ones that I remember, but the only ones that really stand out to me that was like killed in a preseason game and ended up being a star was Victor Cruz.
Oh
It's the
yeah,
only
Victor
one
Cruz, New York
that I was
Giants,
like
yeah,
he tore it up in a preseason. One
one
against
of the
your
best
Jets.
celebrations ever.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Oh
I
yeah.
know,
One
dude.
against your
I
Jets.
know, I know.
Because I watched Hard Knocks on the Jets and
Yeah.
they're like, but that's the only
Oh yeah,
person I
that's
saw in
always
the
a good.
preseason.
That's always
Yes.
a good preseason
Yeah.
game.
It
Yeah,
was
yeah.
a preseason game and he ended up being a guy that you didn't expect. Everyone
True.
else is like,
Yeah,
oh, they did good, and then they're
yeah.
just on the roster, which like is hard as hell.
Oh yeah, no,
But
it's still
as a
amazing.
fan,
Yeah, yeah,
like everyone thinks it's the savior of their
yeah,
like
yeah.
program.
You're like, oh, here we go. This
Yeah,
is the year. This is the year.
100%. Yeah. So as a Jet fan, as a
Yeah,
Dolphin fan, I mean, we've been trying to replace
I know.
Marino
Yeah, we.
for, you know,
Yeah, yeah.
freaking 20 years now. Yeah, dude. Yeah. So
Oh
I,
yeah,
yeah, I'm,
I know how bad quarterback fandom is,
yeah,
dude.
oh,
It's
dude.
terrible, dude. It's
Yeah.
the worst.
Yeah. I like me and
I
you,
would love to have a great quarterback.
dude. I think
That's like the best thing in the
me
world.
and you are like in the same boat,
Yeah,
like not only being rivals, but I think
yeah,
our best quarterbacks
yeah,
that we've been alive outside of Dan Marino for me
yeah.
has been Chad Pennington.
Yeah,
Chad
going back
Pennington.
to the Marshall
Yeah,
reference.
dude.
I know. That's how I know
Oh,
Marshall. I'm like,
oh, dude. Yeah,
Chad
yeah. He was
Pennington's
there.
alma
Yeah,
mater, dude. Yeah,
100%.
yeah.
Yeah, but,
No,
yeah,
he was like I remember those days. Like Vinny Testaverde, I guess.
yeah,
Like Sanchez, kind of. I don't
yeah.
know. There's never been, at least in my stretch, like there's never been that steady like Peyton Man. I mean, hard to say
No,
Peyton Man, but
yeah.
not that even that high. Not even that high.
Yes, like
Like somebody like I don't know, like
Trent
just
Green. I don't
a
know.
Rich Gannon or
Yeah,
somebody. I
yeah,
don't
yeah.
know,
That's a good one.
like who's like good, but
Like, yeah, at least
better
give
than
us a
average, you
yeah.
know.
Oh, dude, yeah. So we had
So
like
yeah. Anyway,
Miami's had like Cleo Lemon. Like we've
yeah.
had like
Oh, dude. Yeah.
Joey Harrington for a
Yeah.
while.
Oh,
Like
yeah. Yeah. Orange Duck.
we've
Yeah.
had some guys there, but yeah, no, it's
Uh,
crazy. What
yeah.
so with the preseason also comes like uh the excitement of all these holdouts and trade
Oh, that's
trade
right.
requests.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I know. I know.
How do you feel? Like, what is your thought on it? I'm curious because I have opinions, but
Yeah.
like,
I know. I think like because you have a unique angle being an actual player and knowing football, whereas like mine's definitely more just based
a
on pure
fan,
fandom.
yeah,
And so based on fandom, like holdouts, I don't know. Actually, I go back and forth on it. Like I do think it's a business and
mhm,
you have such a short window of time to get whatever you need to get.
yeah,
And so from that perspective, I'm always on the side of the player and like,
yep,
yeah, dude, like if you can do it and pull it off and it'll work for you, like then do it. As far as like it sucks as a fan because means they're not playing
yeah,
and you don't know if they're going to play and then there's like it's like this thing happening in Dallas like it's an extremely good player and then like now there's friction now
oh yeah,
they might leave you so like as a fan you're just like you hate it because you're like it's
yeah,
so unstable you're like I don't even know if it's gonna
especially
work
as a
or not
Cowboy fan,
and a
they're
Cowboy fan.
always thinking they're gonna win the Super Bowl.
Oh
So yeah,
my gosh, yeah, yeah.
so,
But yeah, what like I mean,
yeah,
from a player or like someone connected to football more, like what do you think about
no,
it?
dude,
Like,
I
is
think
it like because I guess for like if a teammate too, I never thought about that
yeah,
angle. Like, it's kind of hard as a teammate. They're like, okay, man, like I'm out here like busting my ass right now.
yeah.
You're holding out. You're not even playing right now. Like, what's going on? Like,
So it's funny. I mean, obviously, I never played at that high a level, so it
yeah,
never came in with money of
that's
that
true.
sort.
Yeah, yeah,
But I my thoughts have changed a lot, like as I've grown up. So when I
yeah,
was younger
yeah,
in high school, I was I don't know a romanticized like, oh, you have to be all in, like what you
yeah,
should care about the championship, and not that they don't. I'm
yeah,
just saying that. But then I remember what changed completely is going back to my boy Danny,
yeah.
when he was clearly not the player that he was.
Oh yeah, yeah,
The end of his contract, and he was thinking about retiring and coming back.
yeah,
The Dolphins were talking about trading him because they were like, "Oh, well, if you're gonna come back, like,"
yeah,
and I was like, "This is a business.
yeah.
Like, dude,
Oh
if
yeah,
Dan Marino
yeah, yeah,
can't come back,
yeah,
like, dude, like,
yeah.
so
It
from
is. It is. Yeah,
100%. So
yeah,
from that point on, like with the holdouts, I think you're 100% right. Like the windows are so short.
yeah,
You have such a little time. It's such a brutal game that like you
yeah,
could get hurt at any point.
yeah.
So like if you think you're underpaid or you can get more money, you should because the minute you don't produce, they're gonna ask you to take a pay cut,
Yeah,
or
it's
they're gonna
over.
cut
Yeah,
you.
yeah,
So I do like um understand that.
yeah.
I think the part where it like can get annoying
Yeah.
for me is that like once it's like it's made that decision, I just hate the talking about it like
Uh,
back and forth, and
right.
it's constantly
And
brought
like
up.
sometimes it's through the media, sometimes
Yes,
it's their
yeah,
social media
that
account,
it
like
get
whatever. Yeah,
like at the end of the day, like those numbers don't mean anything to me as a fan.
yeah,
So like just handle
yeah,
the business, like
yeah,
either get it or not. But
yeah,
like oh dude, I like ESPN, and like ESPN now is has changed from like when I grew up
yeah,
it's Sports Center, and so
yeah,
you use highlights and stuff like that.
yeah,
For now it's just talking and opinions, which I
yeah.
mean I guess that's what we're doing here
That's
too.
true.
Like
That's true. Yeah,
like we're whining about it,
yeah,
but like the contract talks are it's just one of those things that I'm just like, just get to the football season.
yeah.
Like, when's the last time? Like, honestly, when's the last time someone had a contract that a dispute and they sat out the whole season?
I
It's
know.
gonna get done.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Like you're gonna get like just get
It's
it
true.
done.
Yeah,
Like,
yeah.
and so, but I don't know.
No, it
Maybe
is.
that's why I'm not an owner. Yeah, it's like,
Yeah,
so it's not my money. It's real easy for me to say like, hey, like it's not my money.
that's true. Yeah, yeah. I know. It's such a it's so and like nowadays like it's good you brought up like because sports coverage now is so different and so much
Yes,
more detailed than it ever was when we were young, and it's like, oh, I'm just gonna go watch
dude.
the repeat of
Yes,
the
yeah,
highlights from today. Now it's like, yeah, there's shows dedicated to like all these
everything.
intricate parts. There's the betting angle, there's so many angles, and like and then there's actually like the players can speak for themselves, just
Yeah.
they can film them. I mean, you could just say something and it gets like blown out of
Oh yeah.
proportion, but it's like yeah, so I mean that's the part that sucks too, because you're like, let's just like get on with the game, I guess.
A
But
hundred
like
percent.
I understand the complexity of it too.
The other thing that is, I always, it's hard. I don't love like thinking like this because it's pretty cutthroat. But
Mm-hmm.
like football, especially, like I get wanting to hold out, but you almost have zero leverage. And what I'm saying is let's take basketball. So LeBron James
Yeah,
could demand whatever he wants because when he goes to another team, the team's gonna win,
yeah.
and they're going to sell out every
Oh
game.
yeah,
So
definitely.
you're
The star
impacting, you're
power is
changing.
huge.
Like
Yeah.
what? Yeah. What's the? I mean, I don't know this, but like, what's the lowest like attended NBA basketball team? I don't know. I'm gonna say Utah Jazz. I don't know.
Yeah.
But like that,
Yeah.
we'll go Jazz.
Yeah.
If he went to the Jazz, every single game would be sold out.
Yeah.
Every single game.
Yeah. Yeah.
So he has that leverage.
Yeah.
In the NFL, Tom Brady left the Patriots. They still sold out every game.
Yeah.
Like it's still sold out.
Yeah.
So like you like if he doesn't change the needle that much,
Yeah.
like what leverage does
Yeah.
a guard have?
And that's
What
probably the
leverage
owner
does
sees that.
100%.
Yeah.
So it'd be like, yeah, like you can leave. Like I like I get like Micah Parsons is a great player.
Yeah.
12 sacks a year and stuff. What they win? 10 games last year? 11 games? Let's say
Yeah.
11 games.
I think that sounds right. Yeah.
If he leaves, are they gonna win 5 games? Like
Yeah.
they may lose a game less.
Yeah.
It's not going to change that much because it's such a team sport.
Yeah.
That like I hate to say it because I'm lean definitely more players. But
Yeah.
if I was a business owner, I'd be like, dude, what? Like
Yeah.
you're not moving that needle.
Yeah.
Dude. Like,
Yeah.
So that's the other hard part.
Especially on a team like the Cowboys that are like what the most valued franchise in the freaking like NFL.
They sold out games before he got
They don't
there.
need a player.
When he's gone, they're gonna sell out games.
Yeah,
like,
exactly.
And so I think that is the part that like I feel as just a fan when it comes to holdouts. Like, like I don't know what leverage you have.
Yeah.
Like So the big one right now is Hendrickson, right? Hendrickson,
oh right, yeah.
From the Bengals.
Uh-huh.
Dude, they had one of the worst defenses in the league last year.
Yeah.
So like if you don't show up,
yeah,
you're still gonna have a bad defense.
Yeah,
like,
that's true. Yeah.
So I don't know, man. Like that one's always hard for me.
I will like I think about it too. Like again going back. I don't want to talk about the Jets all the time, but like I did this offseason where they got like Sauce Gardner and Garrett Wilson under contract.
Yeah.
Like there was no drama there. It was like boom. I mean they paid a shit ton of money, but it's like it was nice from my like a fan. I'm like okay, whew, like kept our stars. Like
exactly.
Usually they don't, and then it's like cool. Like we have a star and now it's gone. Like
Yeah.
great. Like
Oh, dude.
or maybe they're gone. Maybe they're not. I
Yep.
don't know. They're not practicing. They're gonna
I'm an
get
A's
hurt.
fan, so I get you.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
yeah.
So I will say like that was different this year. I'm like okay, and I was like oh sweet. Like not stressed about that. Like
Yep.
moving on. Like okay, let's get But yeah, I get it. Yeah, it's a crazy deal. It's a crazy part of sports these days, and it's definitely not going to change either. Like it's just going to get more publicized, more
Yeah.
dramatic, and I mean, it's a big business.
So, dude, with that, and we're talking about like the camps and the holdouts. I know there's a big thing that came up, and I think we both know like this isn't probably our most knowledgeable sport.
Yeah.
But like the gambling in MLB.
Oh yeah, yeah,
Like,
yeah.
what like okay, I'm curious what your thoughts are. I definitely have opinions with gambling, mostly on I don't understand it, but like
Yeah.
I don't know how like what do you think gambling in sports? Do you like how much do you think that has an effect on outcomes of games? Like, do you think it's
Right.
really ingrained?
I mean, I think there's certain sports that can be impacted,
Yeah.
especially from a referee standpoint. Like,
Oh yeah, good point.
and I think like, we've kind of talked about this in the like basketball is one where a referee has a lot of
Yeah.
impact on the game. Like they can call. I mean, it's you can control not the whole game, but you can definitely do things where it churns momentum. Like it'll either cut off the momentum of the
Yeah.
one team or it'll create momentum for the other team. And in that sport especially, and I'm well, I mean college and NBA, like it's such a game of runs where
Yeah.
if
Oh
you
yeah.
take away a run that was supposed to happen,
Yeah. Oh,
that
good
will
point.
impact the
Damn, I
score.
never thought of it like that.
And
Yeah.
so that's where like I think basketball in particular, huge impact. Or a player like deciding like
Yeah.
he's gonna try and throw the game. Like I'm trying to remember the guy recently who they were talking about, but like they can just like half-ass it out there,
Yeah.
or oh man, I threw it out of bounds. Like I mean, there's
Yep.
ways you could do
Oh
it.
yeah. As a basketball player, I 100% agree with that. Like I
Yeah,
could see that. I've never really thought about the ref. That's
yeah,
a good call because like it makes me think of like where the games where the refs have a huge like importance, and basketball being one,
yeah,
but also like soccer.
yeah.
Like I could see that like
Oh
because
yeah,
soccer like I guess I don't know it enough, and obviously we're at our buddy who was a college soccer player. Maybe
yeah,
he would have a guest star sometime come in.
yeah.
Like, I don't think you could like refute a red card. Like,
No, I think
like
once it's decided, it's
yeah,
decided.
yeah.
There's
Saying
no
like,
going back.
but I'm
Yeah,
saying yeah,
and
like
you're off the pit. You're
yeah,
gone.
exactly. So
Yeah,
you lose a man, like
yeah.
that's a
That's so huge.
like I don't think any other sport does that.
Yeah, you're literally playing with someone
Less,
less.
yes.
Yeah,
Like I honestly don't
that's a
think of
huge
another
thing.
sport does
Yeah,
that.
I guess maybe hockey. Does like
I
hockey?
don't know. Like,
Like, can you get?
I know for like a power
You're
play,
out. Yeah, I guess you sit out just
for a
stretches.
bit,
Yeah,
but like
yeah.
you're not going
You're not
like
like
the
gone.
yes, yeah. So like, so
Yeah, that is
I've
true.
never thought
Soccer
about
is harsh in
I've
that
never thought
regard.
about gambling like with that with the refs. So that's a good point.
Yeah.
From a player's
But
perspective,
baseball though, like what
yes, yeah,
about
that's a big
baseball?
one.
How I don't know how like what does that look
I
like for you?
like to me that's hard because it's like okay, one while it's a team sport, you're very individual there.
Yeah.
So let's take just like the field position.
Yeah.
Um, and I'll just give my like brief knowledge. And granted, this is high school, so it's not like it was any high level.
Yeah.
But I was a center fielder.
Okay.
I I had a buddy of mine who pitched, who got drafted out of high school, and he played in the minor leagues for the Reds.
Okay.
When I would go to the games he pitched, I literally went to the games to bat like 3 times. No one hit the ball.
Yeah.
So like,
because he's so much better.
yes. So
Yeah.
like, let's say gambling. If you're a field position,
Yeah.
what are you gambling on? Like, there's no guarantee I'm getting.
Yeah, you're gonna
any
even
action.
get the ball. Like,
Yes,
yeah.
like no one may ever like
Yeah.
go to you. So what? As a batter,
Yeah.
you're batting 300 if you're really good. So you're already failing
Yeah.
a lot of the time.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
so that's really like me. So the only thing you think, and I believe like the guy they're talking about is a pitcher. Like,
Oh, that's right. Yeah.
yeah, like
Yeah.
okay, one, if like your middle relief, if the starter's pumping, you may not even get in that.
You're
game.
not even gonna play. Yeah.
Like I just don't understand.
Or you're gonna get like 1 inning.
Or dude, yeah, and
Like I guess that could determine something.
that
But
could, but like,
yeah, still.
what if your team's crushing?
Yeah.
What if they hit 4 home runs? Like,
Yeah. Yeah.
like if you give up back-to-back home runs, you're getting pulled.
Yeah.
So like,
Yeah. That's true. Yeah.
so like,
Yeah.
what I don't understand
Yeah.
how you can like impact that game from baseball.
Yeah.
Because you think like we're talking about player side, like basketball, like basketball is to be a certain score. Like,
Yeah.
so you can control, you have the ball,
Yeah.
and let's say like you need to miss more.
Yeah.
Basketball is very much a sport where people believe that you just need to keep shooting.
Yeah.
If you're not shooting well, you just got to get over it
Yeah.
and shoot. So you can miss a lot, and no one's gonna be like,
Yeah.
"Oh, dude,
That's
he's
true.
throwing it." You're
Yeah.
just like that.
Like, wow, he's 2 for 10 today. Like, okay, he's 2 for
Yes,
10
it's
today.
just one of those
Yeah.
days.
Yeah.
It's one of the days. Baseball, like saying a pitcher, you give up back-to-back home runs.
Yeah, you're done.
You're gone. Like, yeah. So I like that's a very
Not your day, bud.
I don't know. I think guys should be our first
Yeah.
like guest star is have someone who is a professional gambler and be like,
Yeah.
what could you do? Like,
Yeah.
if you were going to like bring someone in like to throw a game in baseball, like what are you doing?
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
that,
What would be the mechanics of that?
yes, like I don't get
Like,
it.
how does that work?
Yeah. So yeah, so
no,
like,
that's a good one, dude.
yeah,
Yeah. Yeah.
yeah. So it's a big thing in baseball I talk about. I don't understand it. But,
Yeah.
Since we're going, here's my second wine
Oh,
of the week.
all
We're
right.
going baseball.
I got to pour a little bit more
Yeah,
for this.
Bring back the steroids.
The
It
which
was more
one?
fun.
The what?
The steroids.
Oh, steroid.
It was more fun.
You want a little bit
Yeah.
more?
Like,
Oh, yeah.
baseball was good.
Yeah,
Like,
it was. I know.
like
It's funny. I see clips of like, especially when recently they were like the home run derby happened and everything, like
Oh.
just old school clips of like the
Why
back in the
were
day with
those
like
that-
Bonds
yeah.
and those
Yeah.
guys. I'm like, I remember watching that and like
dude.
I just expected a home run every single time.
Yes.
And I'm
yeah.
like, and it wasn't even a home run. They were like smashing them.
Oh,
like
good.
you're
Yeah.
like such huge ball. They're just like, but yeah, as a fan, I was like, this is awesome. Like,
Yeah,
yeah, they're
like-
just like smashing home runs
Yeah.
all the time.
dude. One, it was more fun then.
Yeah.
Two, I hate the stuffiness.
Bring back steroids.
I hate-
Let's go.
Yes, I hate the stuffiness of baseball.
Yeah.
But there's this purity of the sport.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
like honestly, like to me, that is what held baseball back for so long and being a fan. And so I know they're like, oh yeah, the stats won't matter. Like, who
Yeah.
cares, dude?
Yeah.
Like, who cares? Like,
Yeah.
look,
The history
I-
books.